if I'm not supposed to go back to storytelling in Hollywood and nobody's hiring me because I got completely shamed, then okay, I'll let it go if I have to. And as soon as I did that, a week later is when Elon Musk's attorneys, who he had hired out, emailed me and said, we're interested in looking into your case. Elon Musk had put up that tweet that said, if you've ever lost your job due to a post here on Twitter, we'd like to look into your case. So it's not just me he's helping. He helped a college student. He's like funding their cases.
Wow.
If it wasn't for Elon Musk, we'd be in a really scary place. I couldn't be more grateful for what he's been doing in my life and what he's been doing, not just like individual lives, but nations.
I mean, the guy early in the Ukraine war, I mean, I remember him moving satellites over because nobody else would.
Right.
So that they could have internet comms.
What is this?
Those are Vigilance Elite gummy bears.
Oh, very cool.
Made in the USA. They're still legal in all 50 states.
What are they? Weed gummy bears? Oh.
They're just gummy bears.
Very cool. So why did you decide that you wanted gummy bears?
Oh, man, it's a long story. But, so I told you downstairs I was in the tactical training business for a while. And I always kind of look at the market and see what everybody's doing. Mm-hmm. And then I do the opposite. So everybody in that game was all protein shakes and chicken breasts and fun is for pussies. And I was like, man, I like junk food. So this is what we're doing. And then I was going to make CBD gummies. And my marketer told me, don't do that. You'll get sued like Juul for marketing to kids. So I said, fine, we'll just do regular gummy bears because I love gummy bears. They called him Hitler for 8 years. This is the biggest threat to democracy. So rewind 8 years ago, this shooter was 12 years old, taking all of that in. Yeah. His entire young adult life through puberty, all he's heard is this shit. And now they want to act fucking surprised when the people that they've brainwashed are trying to kill presidential candidates, kill the opposition. Wow. Or maybe that's what they wanted this entire time.
Wow. 12 years old to 20 years old. And that's,
that's all you're fed every fucking day. They created this. Now they're scared shitless. They've been exposed. They've been exposed.
I found myself drawing my line. I said, I do not worship your business. And I have done plenty wrong in my life that I will need to account for and I will need to apologize for. But at this moment, I haven't done anything wrong. And I am not going to put out one of these fake apologies that you have everybody else put out that mean nothing, that degrade them, that take away from their words. Every celebrity who apologized, they took their voice away to where the next time they speak, it doesn't mean anything because it's just a copied, pasted, regular apology. And I was not going to do that. So I wrote out my own long, big statement. I was like, you want me to make a statement? I'll make a statement. And it wasn't offensive. I understand. I grew up a tomboy. I understand that things are different and people are going through things. And it's a very well-written thing. It's just, I don't worship your business. And my God is bigger than Disney. So this is where I'm at.
How do you deal with loss?
How I have dealt with loss, I think, throughout my life has been different. When you're younger, you deal with it all wrong. You find every wrong way possible to hurt yourself. There's different ways people deal with it. They deal with it by hurting others, or they deal with it by hurting themselves. I feel like the sensitive souls out there who don't want to hurt others end up hurting themselves. So they hurt themselves through addiction. They hurt themselves through cutting themselves. They hurt themselves through just total and utter self-destruction. And through that, they're trying not to hurt other people. But through that, through the loved ones that care about them, they end up destroying everybody else around them because nobody can stop self-destruction except for the self. I think having a healthy outlet, such as like mixed martial arts, I encourage that to everyone because that's what helped me. Or finding that certain physical activity and that routine every single day that you stick to. This one girl, before I even had one fight, and her name was Christina Martin, I believe. And she came in like braids, and I just thought, oh my gosh, like that is insane. Like she's in my weight class, and I was like, I had like maybe one fight, maybe. I was like, oh my gosh, like how am I ever gonna work my way up to that? And she worked out at Chuck Liddell's camp, and I was like, That's going to be tough whenever I get there. Well, I got there quite quickly. I forget what number of fight she was. I showed up to a smoker. They called it an exhibition, but I ended up beating her in that. And I'd say that one was a draw. That was my one draw. So then I trained for her a third time, trained my ass off, and I knocked her out clean. On our third fight, I knocked her out, like almost like the wind, just like punching wind right down through like the jaw area, and she went down, and that was my trilogy fight.
Damn.
Yeah, I went from looking up to her to fighting her 3 times. There's no bad blood between me and the Daily Wire. Angel Studios has never contacted me, but I support those 2 companies full-heartedly because they're giving other people an option to not have to do things that compromise their beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's beautiful. So I'm more excited about these little superstars that are going to come out of these shows. And then they're going to get contacted by Hollywood, and they're going to have to make their decisions and see if they're going to stick to their values or not, because they will be faced with all of it.
You think Hollywood will pick them up?
Oh, yeah. Hollywood is dying. It's either that 1% where you get the Oppenheimer, you either get those wonderful, great movies, and you get like that 1% of like awesome actors, or you're getting the younger group that, God bless them, you know, like that they're being just manufactured to be in that 1%. But what happens when you do that is you're losing art. You're losing soul.
I got some buddies over at 6 Hour, and they're still big fans of you.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, my buddy Jason over there, he's like the VP of marketing, and he wanted me to give this to you.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
So that's the
Another one, huh?
another one, the upgrade. So that's
is
the
amazing.
P365 Macro Legion. It holds 17 rounds in the magazine plus 1, so 18 rounds.
Oh my god.
They redid their entire optics line. The old ones were, you know, they were okay, but these ones are a lot nicer.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you
You're
both.
welcome.
Thank you all. That is so sick.
You're welcome.
This is a big deal. This is my second gun that's been ever been given to me, and they're both SIGs.
So, yeah.
Starting a collection, I think.
There you go. There you go.